Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. And today I want to talk to you guys about inspecting your kayak when it gets shipped to you. So stay tuned. I'm going to go over a few things that you should look for and a couple things that if you see it, it's not a deal breaker for accepting the kayak, okay? So stay tuned, we're going to get into it. Alright everybody, welcome back, and I apologize for the noise. For some reason my road in front of my house is super busy today. I have no idea why, but it's like lots of traffic, so I apologize for the noise in advance. But today we're going to talk about what to do when you accept your kayak and stuff, and what you should look for, and things that you should see that you should say, I don't want to accept it, and other things that you should accept it because you can get it taken care of and there's no reason to send it back. And the reason why I decided to do this video, because there was one thing that was wrong with this kayak when I got it, but it's not a big deal. It's an easy replaceable thing, and so I went ahead and accepted it anyway. So the first thing you guys want to do, it's going to come all wrapped. It comes all wrapped up in plastic, and it's got a blanket wrapped around it and all kinds of stuff. The first thing you want to do is you can look at it, and most of the time you can look at the plastic and you can see, and if you see holes and stuff and things in the plastic, those are areas you want to look at to see if there might be damage, because for some reason you can see that they're not supposed to use forklifts on these, but they do. And that's actually one thing that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you that because somebody used a forklift, it damaged something on this kayak, but it wasn't something that I was worried about, so I went ahead and accepted it. So the first thing you guys want to do when you get your kayak, you want to cut it open, and then you want to start looking at it. You want to look at the top, you want to look at the sides, you want to look at the bottom, and you want to run your hands over the kayak. So when I'm looking at the kayak, I start looking at the top deck. I start looking at everything on the top, checking, make sure all the screws are where they should be, checking my handles, make sure they're there and stuff, making sure every part is supposed to be where it is, and just looking for imperfections on it. I rub my hands on it, I rub my hands up and down on it, sorry about the noise, and check for things on it. And there's going to be some things that you're going to notice on the kayak that are going to be there. It's going to happen because the rotor molded. You might have a little bit of pitting here and there and stuff. That is not a deal breaker unless it's extremely bad and it looks like it's going through the hole. This one actually has a little bit on it, and I'll show you that, but it wasn't a deal breaker either on it. But you want to make sure that you run your hands on it. Make sure there's no big gouges. Make sure there's no damage like that, and make sure somebody hasn't rammed a forklift into it. Things like that. Check everything. Check your hatch. Make sure your hatch is working. Make sure it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be if you have hatches on it. Go through, check your straps. You know, run your hands around it, top and bottom. You really just want to go over the whole kayak, and it doesn't take long because that driver is going to wait. You can make him wait. If he doesn't want to wait, tell him to take the kayak back. If he doesn't want to let you inspect it, say you won't accept it, because you have to sign for it. He has to get a signature, so he's going to wait. This takes about 10 minutes or less usually. You can go through it, maybe 15. So just take your hands, like see how I'm running my hand down the side of this? You can feel anything. If you feel something, check it. You know, just check it and see what's going on. You know, just check everything. Make sure your padding is all good. Make sure your padding's not tore up if you have deck padding on it like this one comes with. You know, check for grooves, check for any imperfections that might be in it and stuff that could cause the kayak to leak or anything like that. It doesn't take long. Like I said, I just run my hands across it and stuff. If you have a little scratch here and there on the kayak, that is not a reason to send the kayak back, because the kayaks are going to get some scratches. They're getting shipped. It's hard to not get scratches on it. They're going to get scratches. It's going to get scratches on it when you go put it in the water. As soon as you put it in the water and go fish and hit some rocks or whatever, or drag it across something, it's going to get scratches. A couple little scratches here and there, no big deal. It's got a big, huge gash in it, that's a problem. You know, that's something you want to address. But if it only has just little minor scratches here and there, they all end up like that. That is not a deal breaker. That is not a reason to send the kayak back. Now, start from your front. Start on one side. Work your way down on the top. Work your way down the whole side. Go all the way to the back. Check the whole kayak. You know, just run your hands on it. Look at everything. It doesn't take long. Move your way down. Get to the back of the kayak. Then go to the other side. Do the same thing. Same process. Start from the top. Work your way back and check everything on the top and the sides. And then you want to flip the kayak over. So we're going to flip this over real quick. Set it back down. And now you want to check the hole here. You want to start from here, Oh, sorry, I went out of frame. You guys want to start from the top, start up here at the nose, and then you just want to work your way back, and you want to check the whole bottom right here, all the way across. You just want to check everything, make sure there's no big gouges, nothing in it, no holes in it, anything like that. Nothing wrong with the kayak at all. So you work your way all the way back to the back, all the way back to the rear here, and check it all and make sure it's okay. And then after you check it all and you feel that it's okay, then you can accept the kayak. Now, there's a couple things you're going to see, and I'm going to show you some things I saw when I got this kayak, but these are not things and not a reason to send this kayak back. So I've seen things where people just minor little scratches and they send the kayak back. That's crazy. You know, it's going to get some scratches in shipping. You can't avoid that. So that's no reason to refuse the kayak. So one of the things I'm going to show you is the pitting that I saw on this one, but it's not stuff that's a deal breaker. So let's come over here. I'm going to pop you guys off of here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right here. We're going to come right here. We're going to come right down here, and hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to get out of the way. Can you see this right here? There's a little bit of pitting right along here, right along this seam. Just a little bit. But that is not a deal breaker. That is not hurting the integrity of the hole. That's just where the rotomolding process is sealed. This is the seam where it sealed that together. Okay? So that is not an issue. That is not a reason to not accept this kayak. Alright, now one other thing, which is really awesome about these kayaks, is they have the replaceable drag keels on it. But when I got this, one of mine was broke. And I'm going to show you right here. This one right here. This one's broke, so let me show you guys right here. See that? That one's broke. Just like that. That's how it came. But here's the deal, guys. That's replaceable, alright? And the kayak itself, if you guys look, I'm going to show you here again. The kayak itself is fine. There's no damage to it there at all. None at all. So the kayak itself is fine. There's no damage here. No damage in the kayak. So that part is fine. So all we got to do is take this one off and get a new one, which I already contacted Vibe, and I'll have a new one coming, and I'll replace that, and we're good to go. It's that simple. So that was not a deal breaker, and no reason to not accept the kayak and take the kayak. So that's why I accepted the kayak, and we're good to go. So I'll get that replaced, and there's nothing wrong with the kayak. But the main thing is to walk around the whole kayak and check it, make sure everything is good to go, make sure you don't have any holes or damage in it and stuff, and then accept it. Like I said, it takes about 15 minutes or less, and you're good to go. So this kayak was good to go. Those were the couple of things that I saw, but they were not deal breakers to not accept the kayak. Now, if there's some major damage on it that's affecting the integrity of the kayak, and it could leak or something like that and stuff, send it back. Don't hesitate to send it back, because they will send you a new one. But for little minute things like that, that is not a reason to send a kayak back. All right, Vibe will take care of you. They'll get you squared away. They've been really great to me, and it'll get taken care of. Most kayak companies will take care of you. So I just want to do a quick, brief little thing. Kind of what to look for. You're just looking for, you know, any type of damage or anything. And that right there actually happened from a forklift. I saw that when I saw the plastics, and I go, oh, somebody used a forklift or something on there, and the plastic literally went right to that spot, and it was hit right there. So I knew exactly what was going on. I made sure that the whole integrity was fine. It was fine. And I knew that that's a simple little piece that I can call them up. They'll send me another one. I take 2 screws out, put 2 screws in, and it's done. So just make sure you check your kayak really well. I mean, it's very important to check that kayak really well and make sure that you go over everything, but it shouldn't take you that long to do it. If you find anything that you think is wrong and you're not willing to accept it, then don't accept it. But I'm telling you, you're going to find little things here and there that aren't a big deal, and you should just accept the kayak. But if you find major stuff, don't, you know, because you can send it back. But I hate seeing that somebody didn't accept the kayak because it had a little scratch or something on it, you know, something dumb like that, you know, or it had a little bit of pitting here, which is something that just happens in the rotomolding process, and just about every kayak has that on it somewhere. You can find it. Yep, lots of traffic. But just a quick little video on kind of what to look for and kind of some things that you can see, and I showed you a couple things that I actually found on this kayak, but I still accepted it because it wasn't anything that was going to affect the integrity of the kayak or the kayak leaking or anything like that. So just keep those few little tips in mind. I hope this helps you when you guys are looking at kayaks. These are things you can look at when you're looking at kayaks at stores as well. You can go over the kayak, go over the whole kayak. You should go over the whole kayak. You should go over it all and make sure it all looks good. More vehicles, and the whole integrity is good, and check it over before you buy it and stuff. They do pretty much all have warranties. Vibe has a lifetime warranty on the whole. If it's any manufacturer defects of their fault, they will replace it for free. I've already had to do that with one kayak that I had for a couple years, and it finally got the infamous little seat crack from that year of kayak, and they sent me a brand new hull. So, you know, I got zero complaints with Vibe. They take really good care of you. And they've been really good kayaks to me, and I've really enjoyed having them, and that's why I just got another one. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got. A little quick video, little tips and tricks on what you need to look for when you're accepting your kayaks. Like I said, if the driver doesn't want to stay and he says he's not going to wait, then tell him just to take it, because as soon as you tell him that, he's going to stay. He's not the one running the show. You are. You paid all that money for the kayak. You take the time to look at it. Do not accept a kayak until you unwrap that kayak and you inspect it fully, okay? Do not accept it. Make sure you look at it, make sure you check it over, and make sure you get your stamp of approval before you accept it. And even if you guys don't like the little things that I found, you decide you want to send it back, that's fine. Just know that it's going to take you a while to get your next kayak. So there's little things like that don't really bother me. I know I can get that taken care of, that little piece that was broken, that's not a big deal. Or if a handle comes and it's busted, you know, say one of the handles on here was broken, but everything's fine on it, and the screws aren't ripped out or anything, but the handle kind of got broke or something. That's an easy thing to call the company and say, hey, just send me a new handle, and you can keep your kayak. So you have to make those decisions as the consumer. You know, me, I've been doing it for a few years now, so I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for, what I need to do. And if I had a damaged one, I would send it back too. So anyway, there you guys go. That's my quick spiel. More cars coming. And that's all I got for you guys. Hope this helps you guys out when you're accepting kayaks or ordering kayaks and getting kayaks shipped to you and things like that. So I hope this will help you guys out in looking over your kayaks and making sure that everything's okay before you accept it, so you don't have problems down the road. So there you guys go. That's all I got for you guys. If you guys could do me a favor, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that ding dong button, all those things that you do for YouTube. And I hope this video helped you out. And just do yourself a favor, get out there, get your lines wet, and catch some fish.